gene has two alternative form, capital W and small w. So if the dominant gene for the white phenotype is present, if both the dominant gene, if both the dominant gene for white phenotype and the dominant gene for yellow phenotypes are present together, but the color of the pumpkin will be white, because the dominant gene for yellow phenotype appears or works or express itself only in the absence of the dominant gene for the white phenotype. That is, if the both the dominant gene, there are two dominant genes, Sasank. There are two dominant genes, one dominant gene for white and another dominant gene for yellow. But
Yellow.
the dominant gene for yellow phenotype can only work and can only express when the dominant allele for white phenotype is absent. That is, if there is a small w, if there is a small w, capital Y, what will happen? Yellow phenotype will develop. But if there is capital W, capital Y, what will happen? The color of the fruit will be white, not yellow, because in the dominant allele, if I am the dominant allele for white phenotype is epistatic, epistatic on the dominant gene for yellow phenotype. The dominant gene which is responsible for the development of white phenotype is epistatic on the dominant gene for yellow phenotype. If both the non-allelic dominant gene, that is the dominant gene for white and the dominant gene for yellow, are present together, what will happen? The dominant gene for white phenotype suppresses or masks the phenotypic expression of the dominant gene for yellow phenotype, and the fruit color will not be yellow, rather the fruit color will be the white, because the dominant gene for white is suppressing the expression of the dominant gene for the yellow phenotype, and the fruit color becomes the white, not the yellow. So then the question arises, in which condition the color of the fruit will be yellow? Yellowish fruit will appear when the dominant allele for white phenotype is absent. Recessive allele for white phenotype may be present, a small w present, may be present, but if the dominant allele capital W are absent, then the dominant allele for the yellow phenotype expresses itself, and the color of the fruit will be yellow. So in case, what do you learn here? What do you learn here? That the dominant allele for yellow phenotype expresses itself only in the absence of dominant allele for white phenotype. जब white phenotype का जो dominant allele अगर present होगा, तो जो dominant allele जो yellow बनाने वाला है वो अपने आप को express नहीं करेगा, क्योंकि जो dominant allele white वाला है वो क्या करेगा? ये जो yellow वाला white gene है उसको ये suppress कर देगा. So when does this yellow phenotype will appear? When the dominant allele for white phenotype is absent. Then in the absence of the dominant allele for white phenotype, the dominant allele for yellow phenotype gives rise to the development of yellow phenotype. So now you have seen that how the white phenotype and how the yellow phenotype appear. The question now arises, when the fruit color will become the green, because there are three types of fruit coloration: white, yellow, and green. When the recessive allele for both the dominant gene for white and yellow phenotypes are present, यानी small w, small y जब present होगा, तब flower का color, तब fruit का color कैसा होगा? Green होगा. When the green phenotypes appear, when the dominant allele for white phenotype and dominant allele for yellow phenotypes are absent, then the development of green phenotypes take place and the color of the fruit will be green. So this is a case of dominant epistasis. In this case, a dominant allele for white phenotype is masking the effect of another non-allelic dominant gene which is responsible for the yellow phenotype, and it prevents the expression of phenotypic expression of another non-allelic dominant gene which is meant for the yellow phenotype, and it gives rise to the white phenotype. So this is the example of the dominant epistasis. ये होता कैसे? How will you write in your examination, and how will you explain, make the cross? I have explained the entire process of this dominant epistasis on the whiteboard, and I am going to make it known to you. Look at the whiteboard. Hello, Shashank,
Yes, sir.
is the whiteboard visible? दिख रहा है?
Yes, sir.
What is, I have written here dominant epistasis, and in case of dominant epistasis, the phenotypic ratio is 12:3:1, and this and the best example of this dominant epistasis has been reported in Cucurbita pepo. Cucurbita pepo is the botanical name of the pumpkin plant. और fruit color, और किस चीज के लिए? fruit color के लिए. The fruit color in pumpkin may be white, may be yellow, may be green. And look here, I have this white color is controlled by a dominant allele W, and this yellow color is controlled by another dominant gene which has been represented here by the alphabet Y. So these are the two dominant allele for white phenotype and dominant allele for yellow phenotype. What happened? I have shown here in the reading that this the gene for white phenotype is epistatic to the epistatic on the gene for yellow phenotype. Okay, and when the green and here I have written here the green, when the green color will develop, when the recessive allele for these two dominant genes are present, that is small w, small y, then the color of the fruit will be green. Here I have made a cross in the lower look here. I have made a cross here in between. A cross has been shown on this whiteboard. Look, if a cross is made between the pumpkin plant having white colored fruit and the pumpkin plant having the green colored fruit, what will happen? Look here, this is a genotype, capital W, capital Y, a small w, small y. So this is the genotype of the genotype. Now look at the gamete. This is the gamete of the gamete. This is the gamete in F1 generation. This is very important here. Shashank, look at this at the F1 generation. This F1, the genotype is this. The dominant allele is present here, and the dominant allele for white and dominant allele for yellow phenotypes are present. But the in F1 generation, 100% white phenotypes are obtained because this capital W, this dominant allele is epistatic on this dominant allele. This dominant allele for white phenotype is epistatic on the dominant allele for yellow phenotype. Look here at the same thing has been written here. This dominant allele for white phenotype is epistatic on the dominant allele for the yellow phenotype. Same is the case here. And the gene for the white and yellow phenotypes are absent, are present in the heterozygous condition, and this dominant allele is epistatic on this dominant allele for yellow phenotype, and it suppresses this dominant allele suppresses the expression of this dominant allele, and in this way 100% white phenotypes are obtained due to the interaction of gene, due to the epistatic, due to the dominant epistasis. Here, this is a very important. This genotype shows the dominant epistasis, capital W, why this gene is suppressing this gene, and the result is that 100% phenotype, 100% white phenotypes are obtained. If this F1 generation is allowed selfing, what will have to obtain F2 generation? Look here. I have seen this red arrow shows the epistasis. This dominant allele is suppressing the expression of this dominant allele. This dominant allele is suppressing the expression of this dominant allele. Okay? This dominant allele is suppressing the expression of the dominant allele for yellow phenotype. Similar is the case. This dominant allele is expressing the suppression of this dominant allele for white phenotype. And look here, when the yellow phenotype appears, when the dominant allele is absent, recessive alleles are present, and this dominant allele for yellow phenotypes are present here. In this way, yellow phenotype. When the green will be developed, when the recessive allele for both these dominant genes are present, the green phenotypes appear. In this way, what will be the phenotypic ratio? You will get the 12 white, 3 yellow, and 1 green. And the phenotypic ratio in case of dominant epistasis is 12:3:1, which is the modification of Mendelian dihybrid ratio 9:3:1, but the genotypic ratio remains the same. So this is the, you will have to write exams, you will have to mention this cross in the, you will have to make these in examination you will have to write all these things, and you have to make the cross, and the phenotypic ratio in case of dominant epistaxis is 12:3:1, but in case of recessive epistaxis the phenotypic ratio is 9:3:4. Okay, am I clear to you?
यस सर. एक और फोटो खींच के भेज दीजिएगा सर बोर्ड का.
हम भेज देता हूँ.